Pranam सभी को, Pranam Ankur भैया,
प्रणाम दीदी, प्रणाम।
and a warm welcome to all of you. A very good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are joining us from the world. I know we have our members in different parts of the, in different continents and in different countries. So I'm sure a lot of you are joining us live here. And thank you so much for being a part of this new initiative that we have started on behalf of Pause and Learn. So scientific spirituality is a series of conversations that we plan to do between Ankur Bhaiya and me. And these series are based on some of the questions that we all keep on having in our minds. A lot of questions about spirituality, about religion, about certain practices that come to us, that are prescribed by our elders, that we continue to have, why some things are the way they are, and all such things that come to our mind, because these are the frequent questions that we keep on getting from all our members through all the different programs that we do, through the online programs, through the different web series. So these are some of the things that we want to take forward through these conversations that we are going to have, because ultimately spirituality is at the essence of whatever we do through Pause and Learn. And that essence is based on the premise of science, because scientific reasoning, logic is something that we would like to have as the basis of what we do. And ultimately, what we believe in Pause and Learn is that wellness is not an outcome. Wellness is an approach. It's an ongoing thing. And it just doesn't happen only at one level or through one practice. It is a multiple, we keep on, aiming at wellness through multiple levels. So with that, Ankur Bhaiya, I would invite you for your, some words about Pause and Learn and, about scientific spirituality. How do you view this initiative that we have started?
थैंक यू सुषमा दीदी, सभी को बहुत बहुत प्रणाम। सभी परिजनों को वी विल प्राइमरीली यूज हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश अभी सब बहुत, जैसा कि हमेशा रहता है, कंसीडरिंग द वाइड स्पेक्ट्रम ऑफ मेंबर्स। साइंटिफिक स्पिरिचुअलिटी टर्म नया साउंड हो रहा है, लेकिन मेरे लिए नया इसलिए नहीं है बिकॉज माय मास्टर कॉइन्ड इट वे बैक इन 1946 when he said that 21st century belonged to the amalgamation and coming together of science and spirituality, which presently appears to be two extreme streams being poles apart. और आप अगर आज देखें तो in the last 10 years especially, हर चीज जो है वो साइंस वैलिडेट करके दे रहा है। द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ योगिक लाइफस्टाइल जो हमारे पूरे पूर्वजों ने, हमारे पुराने सेंट्स और सेजेस ने हमें दिया। द बेनिफिट्स ऑफ मेडिटेशन, पहले हम सोचते थे मेडिटेशन कोई 50-60 साल की उम्र के बाद करने की चीज होती होगी, ध्यान वगैरह, और ये भगवान से जुड़ने की विधा होती होगी। आज आप देखो तो फैक्ट्स आर कंफर्मिंग दैट यूके में, एंड यूके इज नॉट उत्तराखंड हियर, यूके इज दी यूके, वहां पर बच्चों को स्कूल्स में मेडिटेशन, माइंडफुल मेडिटेशन इज अ पार्ट ऑफ देयर करिकुलम। जर्मनी में संस्कृत पढ़ाई जाती है, नासा प्रैक्टिसेस संस्कृत के कुछ मॉड्यूल्स विद देयर साइंटिस्ट टू कीप देयर माइंड्स शार्प। सो नाउ दे नो द वैल्यू ऑफ इट बिकॉज ऑफ द साइंटिफिक एडवांसमेंट्स एंड वैलिडेशंस। एक छोटी सी कहानी के माध्यम से गुरुदेव ये बात समझाया करते थे कि एक गांव था जहां पर आग लगी, एंड देयर वाज वन गाय हु कुड सी and but he could not run. He had only one leg. Another one was blind, but he could run. He was good at running. उनके दोनों पैर सलामत थे। So because the village had caught fire, so both of them thought, why not come together and escape from this wildfire? और दोनों ने यही किया, जो भाग सकता था लेकिन देख नहीं सकता था, उसने दूसरे को अपने कंधे पे बिठा दिया। तो लंगड़ा कंधे पे बैठ गया, and he could then direct the other one, and both of them escaped. ये कहानी विज्ञान और अध्यात्म की ही है, साइंस और स्पिरिचुअलिटी की है। साइंस ब्लाइंडली दौड़े जा रही है और अध्यात्म दौड़ ही नहीं पा रहा, अपने पैरों पर खड़ा ही नहीं हो पा रहा। तो गुरुदेव की इस कहानी से यही उनका कहना था कि बेटा दोनों का साथ आना जरूरी है। अगर हमें जीवन में लगी हुई आग से बाहर निकलना है तो हम पूरी तरह से साइंस के पीछे भी नहीं जा सकते, पूरी तरीके से अध्यात्म के पीछे भी नहीं जा सकते। मैं इसीलिए कह रहा हूँ क्योंकि इन दोनों में एक दूसरे की पूर्णता छुपी है, दे कॉम्प्लीमेंट ईच अदर। आजकल जो स्पिरिचुअलिटी का एक फ्लेवर हो गया है, पीपल टेक इट एज अ फैशन आल्सो। अरे इफ यू मेडिटेट यू आर फ्रॉम एन एलीट क्लब, इफ यू डू नॉट मेडिटेट यू डू नॉट बिलोंग टू दिस community and all that. You do not have a certain association with a certain group. You do not follow so and so. तो इस तरह से बहुत ज़्यादा इसमें भी आजकल if I can say that व्यापारीकरण जैसा कुछ हो गया है, जहाँ पर मतलब लोग उसको एक वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट के लिए या एकदम शौक के लिए या बहुत सुपरफिशियल लेवल के लिए प्रैक्टिस करते हैं। तो वहां पर भी अगर आप देखें तो वो अंधापन या श्रद्धा के नाम पर बेवकूफ बनना वो भी ठीक नहीं। तो इसलिए वी मस्ट वैलिडेट द स्पिरिचुअल प्रैक्टिसेस ऑफ द पास्ट बेस्ड ऑन द साइंटिफिक फैक्ट्स वी हैव बियॉन्ड साइंस। सी साइंस इज बेस्ड ऑन लॉजिक एंड एक्सपीरियंस, so it's more about experiencing something tangibly. So it's not only all the time that I have to go and find a study and only then I will believe कि आइसक्रीम खाने से गर्मी में ठंडक मिलती है। I can simply go and have an ice cream and can feel that हाँ इससे बहुत ठंडक मिलने वाली है, इसमें कोई बड़ी बात नहीं है। अगर मुझे सुषमा जी ने कहा कि भाई आप आइसक्रीम खा के देखिए, तो मैंने खाया और मुझे ठंडक मिल गई। तो ये कोई हमेशा जरूरी नहीं होता कि हम बार बार जाके हर चीज को साइंस की किसी स्टडी में, थियोरी में, रिसर्च में ढूंढ के निकालेंगे तभी हम कहेंगे कि हाँ ये है। Many things which are yet not discovered, they still do exist. We had a very great scientist, a mathematician in the Indian soil, Ramanujam ji. He has given many, I mean, when he was functioning and he was working, he had given theorems and equations of the future कि आने वाले समय में mathematicians को, scientists को कौन कौन सी equation solve करनी पड़ सकती है, ये वो है और ऐसे solve कर लेना। तो उस समय तो लोगों को पता ही नहीं चलता था ये क्या बात कर रहे हैं, लेकिन many of those equations are now being solved by, not solved, I mean they are now, they were already solved, they are now validating कि हाँ ये तो पहले ही दे गए थे। तो यही बात साइंस भी अब समझ रहा है। If you see the scientist of 100 years ago, the language, the tone, the approach has changed. Gone are the days when we were looking at science only from a very objective point of view and tangibility and experiential point of view. They are also based on if hypothesis.
Hypothesis. That's right. Yeah.
तो मुझे लगता है कि ये अगर हम इस अप्रोच से जीवन को जाएंगे कि हमारी जो प्रैक्टिसेस हैं उनमें कहीं अगर कुछ ऑर्थोडॉक्सिज्म आ गया है तो उसे हटाया जाए, और कहीं अगर हम इस नाम पर सब चीजों को ब्लाइंडली रिजेक्ट कर दे रहे कि नहीं ये सब तो पुराने लोग थे, ऑर्थोडॉक्सिज्म है, ये है, वो भी ना हो। ऑब्जेक्टिव ऑफ लाइफ इज बीइंग हैप्पी, बीइंग पीसफुल। अगर हमें वो वैलिडेशन के साथ में, एक्सपीरियंस के साथ में मिल जाता है तो हम और ऑथेंटिकली उसे प्रैक्टिस कर सकते हैं। तो इस सारी सीरीज का यही उद्देश्य है। न केवल इस सीरीज का, आप लोगों में तो बहुत लोग साथ में हमेशा कई प्रोग्राम्स कर चुके हैं अब तक। हर प्रोग्राम में हम लोग हर चीज को लॉजिकली देखते हैं, एक्सपीरियंशियली देखते हैं। तो होल PNN फैमिली is an amalgamation of both scientific and spiritual approach so that we can come out of the wildfire of life. I think that is what provoked and intrigued us to come out with a series where we can straight away dil se ask questions, and
Absolutely.
many of our members, many of our young members also, young at heart, not by age, they also keep, when there is a doubt, maybe I'm practicing something from many years, I've never questioned it, but now when I'm asked by someone, मुझे उसका आंसर एक लॉजिकल एक्सप्लेनेशन की दृष्टि से नहीं मिलता है। तो ऐसे खुल के बात करने का एक प्लेटफॉर्म है जिसमें हम, आई थिंक सुषमा जी बताएंगी, हम महीने में 1 बार मिलेंगे, 2 बार मिलेंगे, क्या करेंगे और कैसे आगे बढ़ेंगे। बट यहाँ बात यही है कि आप अपने प्रश्नों को, अपने दिल को, अपने सब बातों को खुल के कर सकते हैं। So you can be as raw as you want.
Absolutely. And we want this to be a very free-flowing conversation. And, if you have your questions ahead of time, you can post your questions on the comments, because we are going live on FB. You can send them to us, email them to us on WhatsApp or wherever you want, so that those questions can be taken forward in our incoming conversations. So, Bhaiya, sabse pehle the basic question, because today is such an auspicious day. It's a very important day for all of us. And we know that, right? Because this is the day from where we draw our inspiration. So tell us a little bit about why today is so special and why we decided to start this program today.
Before I do that, let me chant Gayatri Mahamantra, because the personality who has been one of the very key impacts on my life is Swami Vivekananda. And today being July 4th is the day when he had left his physical body in the year 1902. And in the very small time duration of 39 years, in which the first 16 years were dedicated to family and exploration and all. And after that, he started searching for a master, for someone who can really show him what God is. And see, today we are talking about science and spirituality. This guy always wanted मुझे भगवान देखना है फिजिकली, टेंजिबली। वो टेंजिबिलिटी की जो हम बात करते हैं वो स्वामी जी खुद करते थे। तो नरेंद्र नाथ दत्त नाम का एक बालक ढूंढना चाहता है कोई ऐसा व्यक्ति हु कैन शो हिम व्हाट गॉड लुक्स लाइक, हाउ इट फील्स लाइक टू बी विद गॉड। एंड एवरीवन गिव्स अ वेरी डिजी डेजी आंसर, आधा आधा सा, नहीं नहीं तुम ध्यान करो तो तुम्हें भगवान मिल जाएगा, तुम साधना करो तो कुछ हो जाएगा। But then appears Thakur Ramakrishna Paramahans, the great master in his life, who says, yes, I can show you, I have seen and I can show you, and more clearly as I'm seeing you. And that just astonishes him कि अरे ऐसा भी संभव है कि इससे भी ज्यादा स्पष्ट ईश्वर देखा जा सकता है, समझा जा सकता है। And the biggest contribution from thereafter in the last 11-12 years of his life, when he continued to roam around the planet, in 1893, when for the first time he visited West, and in Chicago in the month of September, he delivered the very famous talk. I won't say speech because that was something which he spoke from right from his heart. And the very first line, "Dear sisters and brothers of America," could bring 7,000 people on their feet, and they clapped for 2 minutes. That made a great impact. It really means a lot. So उन्होंने सबसे बड़ा contribution ये किया कि this was a conference in 1893 being brought about by scientific fraternity to make fun of religion. See, the hosting party was science fraternity. They were wanting to make a claim that we have discovered atom, that means the fundamental unit of the universe, and therefore whatever you talk about God, whom we have not seen, whom you say which is a matter of experience, is just, I don't want to use the term which we usually say, it's just all that, we don't claim that God exists. We have found the fundamental unit, atom, and here it is. Now we can do whatever we want with life. So don't make people fool on the name of God. So that's what their concept was. So every religious fraternity came there, people from different walks and different paths, they came and spoke about their practices and delivered very good addresses. But he was the last person on the dais, and when he spoke and the impact it created, the essence was that the impact was that the ship of science, which was going blindly in one direction, he made a halt to it. He said, yes, I accept you have achieved a great discovery. You have made a wonderful breakthrough in human development, but please take a pause and understand that this is just a beginning. And where you are stopping, there starts the spirituality. And then he talks about Vedanta, and he takes off the whole Western belt, and then he visits European nations, and rest is history. We know that his contribution to the Indian culture has been, in the modern times at least. Yes, there had been many saints in the past. There had been many, like recently we were talking about Sant Kabir, his this thing, 1200 years ago. But in the modern times, in the last 200 years, when we were like crushed with slavery, with poverty, and we were kind of put on the roads, India was looked down by the other countries, not even as a third world nation. We were considered as tribals, a country where Saam Sapero wala, Been wala desh, black magic wala desh. That was the way we were presented. And he inspired many, including Mahatma Gandhi, including Tesla, including J.R.D. Tata. So his impact was in a way magnanimous. And I think nothing could be a good day than choosing this topic of science and spirituality coming together as a dedication, as well as a kind of devotion to him. So with that feeling, I'm chanting Gayatri Maha Mantra, considering Swami Vivekananda is somewhere resonating with us and blessing us with more beautiful journeys in spiritual and scientific dimensions. I request all of you to join. Om Bhurbhuvah Swaha Tat Saviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Nah Prachodaya. Om Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Reva Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. Tasmai Shri Guruve. Thank you.
So let us just start at the very beginning, at the very basic. So spirituality is one word that is not new anymore. A lot of people use it. In fact, it has actually become a norm in a lot of things that we are doing. It has also made inroads into the corporate world, and we really hear a lot of spirituality happening everywhere. And along with it, a lot of associations, some right, some proper, some improper. Then it has also become, come into vogue. So how do you define the spirituality? What is spirituality at the very basis of it?
I believe any word, when we define, we should go back to the original language in which it has been coined. So if we see the etymology of spirituality, it's a Sanskrit term which says adhyatma. In Sanskrit, we call it adhyatma. And the one who follows certain lifestyle, adhyatma as a lifestyle, as a fundamental, we call that person as adhyatmic. This person is adhyatmic in his or her approach. So adhyatma, if you break down into two parts, is a combination of two words, adhi and atma. Adhi means near, nikat jana. Atma means self. Any science, any tool, any practice, any art, any path which brings you closer to your own self is spirituality. If you see, why are we stressed? Why are we depressed? Why every 40 seconds someone is committing suicide? Why are we losing people, and why people are losing hope? In spite of all the advancements we have, why is so much of pain and misery all around us? The fundamental reason is we have gone far away from our inner core, that inner self, which is a guiding spirit, which is, a compass which can always keep us on the right track, so that the track of righteousness, the track of positivity, hope, courage, that all is coming from within me. But I have gone so far from myself and got indulged in the external arrangement of things around me, which we call the worldly affairs, that I have lost my own track. I do keep track of what is happening to which country, to my neighbor, to my competitor, in my company, in someone else's company. We have very good data trackers in that. But if I remember Martin Luther King Jr., he once said, we have guided missiles but misguided men. The guiding spirit which we had within us has been somewhere lost. It still exists, but we have stopped corresponding to it. So any reminder, any practice, what do we do in pranayam, meditation, dhyan? All these practices are just asking us to take a pause from the running around of life and get connected with our inner self, because that is the source. Unless I'm connected with the source, see, that is the difference between a pond and a well. कुएं में और तालाब में फर्क है. तालाब सूख जाते हैं, कुएं बने रहते हैं, क्योंकि वो नीचे स्ट्रीम से, सोर्स से जुड़े रहते हैं. We need to be well. It's all about well-being, right? तो वो wellness हमारे अंदर होनी चाहिए. हमारे अंदर एक कुआं है, एक reservoir है, and which is directly connected with some source. So it's just an outlet of that divine source. If I can connect with it, even if I do not believe, even if I'm an atheist, I do not believe in a supernatural power or God or guru or whatever. Still, if I'm completely rational, it makes sense for me to sit and take a relaxation pause. Just go out on a mountain and sit with myself and decide. We do a SWOT analysis in companies and organizations, where what are our strengths, what is my weakness, where do I see my opportunities of life, where do I want to go. I think that introspection is also coming from within. So if I do it only on a mental faculty level, then it's more of a mind game. It's an arrangement. How can I compete with someone? I take a shortcut. How can I pull someone down? So that is more, a non-moral, non-compass based action. But if I can,
strategic thinking that we keep.
Yes, it's more of a strategic.
Drilled into our heads.
Yes, and that has been borrowed. I mean, because I keep exposing to these things. But when I sit and go and dwell deeper into myself, maybe I will let go many things. Really, I don't want to fight and compete with someone, and I'm happy and peaceful like this. So it doesn't mean that you have to chant a mantra only, then you will be spiritual. It doesn't mean that you have to apply some tilak, or you have to wear a certain color. Yes, they have their own importance, because when you do that, they are arrangements which bring you, like, for a soldier is always a soldier, but a soldier in uniform, so uniform has its importance.
Yes.
Getting it? So a spiritual person is spiritual, yes. But when you make those arrangements around you, when you light a lamp, when you, wear a color, when you play some music around yourself, it gives you a certain help and assistance in reminding. So if I'm a soldier and I'm not wearing my uniform, yes, deep inside me, I know that I'm a soldier. But there is a possibility that I may not practice some discipline as a soldier because I'm not in my uniform. But when I'm in uniform, I will think 100 times that ये मुझे करना शोभा देगा कि नहीं? Will it suit my this conduct or this my uniform? No, it won't. So that way, it's more of a reminding things. So sometimes people get entangled into these things, karm kand jise hum kehte hain, or many a times youngsters, those who do not know the value of it, they run away from it. Both are wrong. Going extremes into it is also wrong, I believe, and not accepting their value is also wrong. Everything is made with certain logic and purpose. uh, if we follow it, it's okay. Otherwise, objective should be met. The objective is if I can connect with myself. So to me, spirituality is anything which reminds me of being me, being my true, being connected with my well inside, and being well in life.
Wonderful. And I so love the way you have used the word well, because well, the analogy of well also gives me some kind of a perspective whereby, it makes me think that yes, the depths of well are so limitless. So is your discovery of self. And you can just keep on going to any depths, and no depth is bad. Like you can just keep on, setting your own benchmarks and introspecting. And it's an amazing journey of exploration. That is what I take away from this analogy of well.
So wonderful. That is the difference between a good anchor and a bad speaker. I'm a bad speaker, you are a good anchor. Because I keep blabbering a lot, a simple सी बात को बताने में इतना समय लेता हूँ, and you precisely put it. There is no limit to go into the depths. So rightly expressed by you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Many of you do not know Sushma ji comes from a very enriching and elite background of experience, of knowledge, of family, of a personal journey also. I think if I take this platform, it will go on and on. So maybe in regular intervals, I keep sharing and expressing about the host, the anchor of the program. The speaker is less important. The host is always more important. So I must take this privilege to, take some bites from every session and talk about Sushma ji. For now, I can say she is a very, very important part of my life, and so is for PNL. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Bhaiya. I'm so elated to hear that. So the next association that happens with spirituality usually is religion. Again, religion is a good word. It's a bad word. It's an understood word. It's a misunderstood word. For some strange reason, youngsters tend to run away from it, and it has its own, it has received its own reputation, both good reputation and also ill repute. So how is religion different from spirituality? How can we distinguish the two?
I was careful in not using that term, and therefore I was talking about in the story also of blind and the guy who couldn't run, the science and spirituality. I didn't mention the word religion purposely because yes, you're right. This creates a lot of clutter and confusion and aversion also in many minds. And
especially
it's not their
the
fault.
Youngsters, because yes. I feel the reason why I'm asking this question, Bhaiya, sorry to interrupt you, but there are such enriching and great and impactful tools and techniques that we get by way of this well-being and the exploration that we were talking about. But unfortunately, it gets equated to religion. So people think that anything that is, especially the youngsters, think that if you're talking about spirituality, oh, we are just getting close to religion, and in some way we are trying to direct them towards that. So that is the reason why I thought this question makes sense here, while we are really at the basics and talking about the basic things. Maybe it will help if we can just distinguish between the two.
Surely, Didi. And I take it as a responsibility also, and it's a wonderful question you have come up with. Religion, see, again, going back to the roots of the word, whenever we use the word religious, we say practice this religiously. When we go to a doctor, maybe the doctor will say, do take this medicine religiously. Do not even skip a single dose. What he is trying to insist is you need to be consistent in practicing this medicine, and that's the only thing which religion to me makes meaning. The modern expression of religion is see what happened in the past when people, the learned people, those who were wisdom oriented, they had a certain message for the communities, they came and shared the message in the languages which people understood. So let's say now also we are using language English and Hindi, and then we are approaching it more scientifically. So those who understand the language of science, this platform is more attractive for them, because यहाँ पे हम सिर्फ फेथ की बात नहीं कर रहे, श्रद्धा की बात नहीं कर रहे, कंपैशन की बात ही नहीं कर रहे, उनके साइंस की बात भी कर रहे हैं. तो जिस भाषा में जिसे जो समझ में आता था, जो भाषा मीन्स नॉट द लैंग्वेज एज सच, द लैंग्वेज मीन्स जो 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 हाँ, जो उनको सुनना पसंद था, या जो उनकी कॉन्शियसनेस का लेवल था, समझ का लेवल था, उस बेसिस पर जाकर उनको समझाना शुरू किया. क्या समझाना शुरू किया? दैट जीवन जीने के कुछ तरीके हैं. देयर आर सर्टेन वेज टू लिव लाइफ. इट्स एन आर्ट, इट्स साइंस, इट्स अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ, एंड देयरफॉर डू नॉट वेस्ट योर लाइफ. अपने सोल पर्पस को जानो, अपने उद्देश्य को जानो, कुछ अच्छा जीवन जियो, सबके लिए हार्मनी हो, आप भी खुश रहो और भी खुश रहें. तो अब जिसको ये बात जैसे समझ में आई वैसे समझाएंगे. So let's say there were 10 learned people at one point in time, and each one of them spoke to 100 people. So those 100 people became followers of that person. Whenever the teachings and references and the validations used to be made, I will reach out to my mentor. Like you mentor many girls with Catalyst and other organizations. So those whom you are mentoring, they will relate with you as a key person whenever there is a problem. They might not refer to the other mentor because there might be a mismatch of understanding and a gap, but here they feel free. So अब आपने जिन लोगों को गाइड किया वो आपकी एक फॉलोअरशिप हो गई, मैंने जिनको गाइड किया वो मेरे से, फॉलोअरशिप मींस एक कनेक्शन एस्टैब्लिश हो गया. एंड देन आई सेड कि अच्छा तुम ये काम करो कि तुम सुबह जल्दी उठो, तुम ऐसा ऐसा करो. आपने उनको अलग तरीके से गाइड किया. सो योर preachings became religious practices for them, because they started religiously, because they believed into you and they got benefited. You become a community, and likewise many small communities with diversities started existing, and we appreciated each other, because at the crux the purpose was to bring harmony. So I never said that सुषमा जी गलत सिखा रही है, और सुषमा जी ने ये भी नहीं कहा कि अंकुर गलत सिखा रहे हैं, कि छवि गलत सिखा रही है और कोई गलत सिखा रहा है. So everyone was respecting each other's religious set of practices, which gradually became religion. Whom do you associate with? So I associate to so and so, and this is the practice we follow. Fair enough, I appreciate. You associate with someone and practice so and so things. Appreciable. At the end of it, we are a community living, a larger community, humanity living in peace, happiness, and harmony. Now started, then there were some crooked fellows like me. They said, no, my teaching is better than Sushma ji's. You fellows come to me and follow me. So people were wanting happiness. They were not learned. जैसे अपन पॉलिटिसाइज करते हैं किसी भी चीज को, तो वोट बैंक खरीद लेते हैं, बूथ्स कैप्चर कर लेते हैं, वैसे ही रिलीजन के नाम पर चीजें होने लगी. जो अच्छी चीज थी, मेरी दुकान ज्यादा अच्छी है आपकी दुकान से, प्लीज कम टू मी. सो आई स्टार्टेड सेलिंग इट आउट अगेन बिकॉज ऑफ माय वेस्टेड इंटरेस्ट. Maybe the origin was never impure. It was very pure with this pure intent. But then यहाँ पर कुछ लोग बीच में आए जिन्होंने अपना दुकान चलानी शुरू कर दी, और yes, rightly so, many young minds उनमें से निकल के आए जो followers बने कि नहीं, I do not follow the status quo, because you show me a carrot and a stick which is shown to me in the office also, and you say ये खाओगे तो भगवान खुश हो जाएगा, ये खिलाओगे तो ये अल्लाह ताला खुश हो जाएंगे, ऐसा करोगे तो जीसस ब्लेस कर देंगे. ये वाले जो तरीके ये हमें समझ में नहीं आते. If God is pure, my intent is pure, then why all this tamasha in between? But I had to sell my products. तो मैं बोला नहीं, मेरी वाली घंटी बजाओगे तो भगवान ज्यादा हारमोनियस उनको सुनाई देगी, तो तुम उनकी बांसुरी छोड़ो, हमारी बांसुरी खरीदो भाई, ये बताओ. ऐसा करके खूब बीच में तमाशे हुए, and still happening. But then I think I will respect the spirit of these youngsters who are raising a voice, because that voice is making us think.
Yes.
And forcing us that, and they are like Swami Vivekananda in small mini pockets, because they are challenging the wrong practices, though they are not very clear what is right, but they are rebelling and rejecting, and I respect that voice, because and if they now know the logical and detailed explanations to it, which I believe is the reason why you came out with this forum and you approached ke chalo bhaiya kuch aisa karte. So that was the intent, that this young mind of our human minds, we should guide them in the righteous spirit, ताकि वो कहीं उससे लाभ जो मिल सकता है उससे भी वंचित ना रह जाए, और कहीं उनके मन में इसके प्रति इतनी जेलसी, इतना एवर्जन ना क्रिएट हो जाए कि वो बिल्कुल सूखा रह जाए उनका जीवन. So yes, I respect all those who are listening and those who keep raising this voice. I'm one among you. I was a rebel as a young, and still I am. I used to challenge my parents कि आप वो कैंची से खेलते थे तो they used to say कैंची मत बजाओ, झगड़ा हो जाएगा, झाड़ू को ऐसे मत रखो, लक्ष्मी चली जाएगी, शाम के समय ऐसा दीपक जलाओ, सुबह के समय वैसा दीपक जलाओ. And I used to argue, badly argue, and get punished also. पैसा चढ़ाओ भगवान को. तो मैं बोलता था आपका भगवान भिखारी है क्या जो पैसा चढ़ाओ. I am among you. तो इसलिए I respect your voice, and we must go into the depths. All the messages, the omens coming from outside, the books, the gurus, the masters who teaches us, take them with acceptance. Don't reject them, and then validate and verify them based on your own inner experience. If you find that yes, I have researched enough, and there is no evidential fact or logical or experiential fact that this practice is usable to me, then you reject it, no problem. But right away, straight away rejecting might be that because the seller of the product was not, he had his vested interest, he had his own followership or something in mind, और उन्होंने आपको थोड़ा सा ऐसा तस्वीर दिखा दी, हो सकता है कि उसके पीछे की तस्वीर ज्यादा खूबसूरत हो. थोड़ा सा एक्सप्लोर कर ले इस फोरम के माध्यम से और माध्यमों से, so that we can reach to the actual purpose of that practice. Religion जो दिखाई दे रहा है वो religion मुझे नहीं समझ में आता. Spirituality is the crux of every religion. आप किसी भी religion की कोर में जाएंगे आपको वो spiritual चीजें मिलेंगी. तो I think if we keep spirituality in mind, हम जो भी practices कर रहे हैं वो अंदर से खूबसूरत होंगी, हम भीतर वाले से connected रहेंगे. फिर उसे religiously practice करना. आप अपनी spirituality खुद define करो. You don't have to go to a doctor and take a prescription what to do, what not. Your inner one will guide you and give you a prescription. Then follow that prescription religiously. Make your own religion. Why to follow someone's?
बहुत ही बढ़िया. And again, like you said, yeah, religiously, because I think somewhere religion is like a framework or guidelines that help you follow spirituality, because they bring certain discipline around you. We will definitely talk more about this subject because there are a lot of questions that are associated with this, a lot of religious practices that we would like to have explanation on. So in our forthcoming series, we will definitely like to pick up those. And I would request all the people who are attending this to please send your questions if you have any about any religious practices, on why we are doing what we are doing, etc., etc. I think we can really, lock Ankur Bhaiya here in these conversations and get all those explanations from him. So while we are coming close to the time that we have scheduled, Bhaiya, but aaj ke din, again, today is Guru Purnima. So I would definitely like to ask you on what is the importance of this day, what is the significance, and how would you like to, how should we be actually celebrating this day?
Thank you so much, Didi, for raising another beautiful question. More than question, it's a curiosity, jigyasa hai.
Yes,
do we have any questions from the participants before I take that? Because I think we will close on this note. So in case
there are any questions. Chavi, if you're moderating Facebook, are there any comments, questions that have come there? Okay, she says no.
Not yet. Okay.
Not yet.
So maybe, I mean, again, before getting into this discussion of the concept of Guru, I humbly appeal to all the viewers and listeners of this series that you may pour in your questions to either three of us, Chavi or Sushma Didi or me, regarding science and spirituality. And it's a fortnight series, I believe. Every 2 weeks we will be meeting you. So the next will be today's 4th Saturday. We will be meeting on 18th Saturday, I think. Same time, 6 p.m. India time. So before that, you can pour in your questions to us, so that, because we do not want to structure these discussions, we want it to be a free flow. We have already mentioned, and we never do it with any of our programs. So whatever you have in mind, just a raw question, and we would be more than happy to answer that. Coming to Guru Purnima, Purnima is a full moon every month. Full moon is a beautiful time when we meditate, we chant, because moon has an impact on our lives. We follow lunar calendar. We follow moon as a cycle in this part of the world. It is said that in Mahabharata, Yudhishthir gave this Panchang, the Hindu calendar. Hindu means the calendar of lunar signs. and even the bodies of male and female body is coordinated and regulated. Especially the female body follows a cycle of moon. So full moon is of utter importance because that has a great impact on human mind and psyche. Our emotions, our thoughts on a full moon are always at the peak. So if I'm at a good moment, a good harmony, a good frequency, then my happiness will be high. If I'm on a very disharmonious or unpleasant frequency, that will multiply. So that's the significance of Purnima. So every month we practice it. And Guru Purnima, Guru is someone who takes you from darkness and destroys the darkness of your life and brings light to you. So Swami Vivekananda and Thakur Ramakrishna Paramans, Chhatrapati Maharaj Shivaji and his Guru, Samarth Guru Ramdas, Kabir Das ji and his master. So like that, we know that there is a series where we have seen Vallabhacharya ji and Surdas, the combination of master and disciple. They always come in a duo. In some way, sometimes you can evidently see that duo, the master or the disciple. Sometimes you cannot see one of them. So it's just the master or it's just the disciple. Because for Kabir, many people do not know. For Surdas, many people do not know that there is a master as well, right? So Ramanandji or Vallabhacharya are not that well known. They got to be known because of their disciples. So that way, it's always a two souls or one soul coming in two bodies and functioning. And tomorrow, I mean tonight, it will start, and Guru Purnima will continue. I have a surprise for all of you, including Sushma ji. Even she doesn't know this.
Yes.
Tomorrow we are having a session early morning India time, 5:30, which will 5 a.m. in fact, which will replace our Gita session. We will be doing Guru Purnima celebration, and you will be getting the details after this session about this. Supriya will be hosting it like Sushma Didi is doing now, and we will be interacting. This will be a regular series as we always commit and try to fulfill our commitments. Last Purnima was dedicated to Kabir Das. This Purnima is dedicated to this Shakti of Guru. Guru is a Shakti, it's not a person. It's a power. So we will not, we would not like to confine it to my master or your master, because we all have come from different fraternities. Again, let's not get into that. Whom are we following? We are following the same divine source. So we will be talking about journeys of people. So the journeys of people, we have called it Shishyatva ki Yatra, disciplehood, the journey of disciplehood. So when I talk to Sushma ji and I interview her, and Sushma ji follows a certain divine guidance from a master, then how that master came into your life, what impact it took, and with your journey, we would like to see your master, rather than just talking about the timeline of the master. This is the year he took birth. This is the year he casted off his physical body. So we don't want to confine it to the physical appearance of the master. To me, and to as per the guidance of the scriptures also, Guru is not a person. Guru व्यक्ति नहीं शक्ति है. और उनके जीवन में आने से क्या क्या अद्भुत चमत्कार होते हैं. यूं कह लो कि अगेन अगर मेरे यंग साथी चाहेंगे कि भाई चमत्कारों की बातें मत करो, चमत्कार का एक ही मतलब है मिरेकल का, that something which is beyond logic but still exists. I am not able to contemplate with my intellect and mind, so I say ये miraculous हो गया. If I can raise my intellect and find reasons and explanations to it, I will say yes, it makes sense now. So yes, miracles do happen, things beyond our capacities. तो वो miracles हम अपने जीवन से जानने की कोशिश करेंगे. So tomorrow, Supriya will be raising questions and I'll be taking you through my journey of getting into all this. And then with every passing day from Monday to Friday, like we do our Swadhyay, this month's Swadhyay series is dedicated to, very soon some of you will be getting alerts from me about, some questions which you need to answer, and you need to take us from your journey and tell us what the importance of Guru in your life is. So from you, through you, we will try and see the divine power and see how important this power is. And if we can connect with these divine sources, we can surely make our life much wonderful. So more to come on that. So I'm restricting my complete answer, and because every day we will have some or the other way learning about what Guru is, and let's see how it takes here.
Amazing. And in fact, at times there are also places where, instances where you come across, ideas wherein people say that you can be your own guru. So
yes.
uske upar zara sa, thoda sa, if you can.
You want me to throw some light now on that?
Yes.
Mahatma Buddha, Gautam Buddha spoke about it. Appa Deepo Bhava. He said, be your own light. So if you go to Buddha, he will not give you a mantra, he will not give you a medium or a kind of a practice or a ritual. He will say, go and sit under a tree. And it will be too difficult for me to go and sit simply and do nothing. He says, no, just go and do nothing, just sit. Because you've been doing anyways. Our mind is so habituated of doing so many things. He says, do nothing. And in that nothingness, you will find your own light. To be your own light is what Lord Buddha taught us, and rightly so. In fact, all the gurus also do the same. They would not like you to be handicapped and dependent on them. They will say, be your own light. They will ignite rekindling the inner spirit. I think APJ Abdul Kalam ji had written a book, Ignited Minds.
Yes.
And such a beautiful topic it was, beautiful title it was. And I think what Guru does is igniting souls. He says ignited souls. So he ignites our soul and say, this will now guide you. This had been guiding you earlier also, but because you were lost, I have come to, I have appeared in your life to make you realize that your light lies within you. Yeah, your light lies within you. So yes, we need to be guided by our inner spirit. And believe me, there is no different voice. Every inner source, every well has the same sweetness of water. हर कुएं में वही मिठास है. इसीलिए अंदर की जो आवाज है वो किसी की अलग अलग नहीं है, सबकी सेम है. ये मन अलग अलग चले गए हैं because of our vested interests and competition and delusions and wrong understandings. पर भीतर वाला सबका एक ही बात चाहता है कि प्यार से रहो, खूबसूरती से रहो. एंड इसीलिए अगर अंदर वाला जागृत हो गया, वो अवेकन हो गया, वो रिकिंडल हो गया, तो फिर आपका मेरा सबका एक ही दिशा में गाइड करेगा, तो सारे झगड़े खत्म हो. तो ये एक्चुअली आपने ठीक बात कही है. बाहर से कोई गुरु नहीं आता. स्वामी जी यही कहते थे, आज उन्हीं का दिन भी है तो उन्हें एक बात की याद आती है. वो कहते थे, ऑल दीज मास्टर्स, बुक्स, these temples, mosques, teachings, preachers, prophets, they are just an omen. They are indicating you to be connected with your inner source. Once you are connected, they disappear. Their role is over. They won't like to, जैसे माता पिता क्या करते हैं, एक बार बच्चे ने साइकिल पैडल करना शुरू कर दिया तो they disappear. अब वो पीछे मुड़ के देखता है, बोले कोई भी नहीं है. आई हैव टू ड्राइव माई ओन, आई हैव टू फाइंड माई ओन पाथ, आई हैव टू साइकिल माई लाइफ फॉरवर्ड. तो वो आगे बढ़ता है. पंछी भी ये करते हैं, जानवर भी ये करते हैं, हर समझदार मनुष्य ये करता है, तो हर गुरु भी ये करता है. जो पैसा चाहते हैं, जो फॉलोअरशिप चाहते हैं, जो चढ़ावा चाहते हैं, जो जय जयकार चाहते हैं, जो कहते हैं कि हमारा शिष्य हमारा बोलबाला करे, वो कहते हैं नहीं नहीं, कोई काम हमारे से पूछे बिना मत करना, हमसे पूछना पहले. आई एम योर गुरु. ये पाखंडी लोग हैं, ये बदमाश लोग. इनको क्योंकि इनसे कोई पूछने नहीं आएगा तो ये बेचारे बैठ के करेंगे क्या. वो जो सच्चा गुरु होता है उसको इसकी आवश्यकता नहीं होती. वो तो कहता है तुम जाओ बेटा, तुम लिबरेट हो जाओ, तुम मुक्त हो जाओ, मुझसे भी मुक्त हो जाओ. स्वामी जी कहते हैं बाद में आपको अपने गुरु को छोड़ना ही पड़ता है. गुरु खुद पीछे हट जाता है. अरे आप करो. एक बड़ा पेड़ छोटे पेड़ नहीं पनप रहा होता तो खुद को खत्म कर देता है, हटा देता है. अगर सच्चा पेड़ है तो छोटा पेड़ हो गया. प्रकृति में ये बात है. तो फिर वो सच्ची तत्व, अगर डिवाइन फोर्स अगर गुरु रूप में आई है तो वो तो कभी ये नहीं चाहेगी कि हम उस पर डिपेंड. पाखंडी लोग, बदमाश लोग जरूर ऐसा कर सकते. They are not the real masters. Yes, they could be good speakers. They could be good, sometimes good indicators also. They may make good sense also. Yes. तो एटलीस्ट कुछ लोगों का भला कर रहे हैं जो इधर उधर जा रहे हैं. एटलीस्ट वो इधर उधर जाने की बजाय इनसे मिलके, एटलीस्ट इनसे पूछ के कुछ तो रेफरेंस ले रहे हैं. भले इसमें इनका भी फायदा हो रहा है तो उसको पूछने वाले का भी फायदा हो रहा होगा, तो ठीक है, दोनों का काम चल रहा है. बट डोंट स्टॉप देयर. फाइंड अ रियल मास्टर. एंड आई रियली प्रे कि हम सबके जीवन में, एंड यू डोंट हैव टू फाइंड अ मास्टर. व्हेन यू बिकम रेडी, द मास्टर अपीयर्स. I once heard Osho, Rajni, she says, जब धरती प्यासी होती है तो बादल खुद आके बरसता है. You don't have to really go and fetch and find कि अरे गूगल करते हैं सच्चा गुरु कौन है. Don't do that. Logical and technical minds के लिए था especially. Just be with yourself. When you need real guidance, it appears.
Awesome.
Over to you.
That is such a wonderful thought, and so much to think over it. And I'm sure, I mean, these are the kind of conversations that can go on and on and on and on. That is what we do. And that is typically what all the PNL family members do. I think we just cannot have enough of all these discussions that we keep on having. Nevertheless, we have promised that we will wind this up, and we will really work according to a time schedule. And, keeping respect of that, I think we can close here for the first episode of our series. We definitely, like Bhaiya said, the plan is that we will have this as a bi-weekly program. And please keep the questions coming, whatever comes to your mind. This is the forum for us to just have those conversations. And absolutely nothing formal, nothing very structured, but just free flowing conversations. That is what we wanted. And that actually should be the essence and spirit of this entire program.
So
Anything that you would like to say as closing comment?
No, just the Shanti parts before we pray for peace of everyone. I would like to remind once again that almost 10 hours from now, we will be live again with all of you, not on Facebook, but on YouTube live. So you will be shared those details quite soon by Chavi or me. And we will be celebrating Guru Purnima. We will talk more about the glory of the Master. And of course, to start with my journey with my Master. Right? And then the series will continue. आइए प्रार्थना करते हैं शांति की, प्रार्थना करते हैं हार्मनी की, प्रार्थना करते हैं। प्रार्थना से बड़ी शक्ति नहीं दोस्तों, प्रार्थना में बहुत बड़ा बल है। और प्रार्थना क्या होती है? अपना पुरुषार्थ करने के बाद जब ईश्वर से कुछ कहा जाए। I have done what I could do. I've given my best. Now you see. I'm not worried about the result. You look after whatever way. जो उससे पहले किया जाता है, when I do not practice and I plead, that is yachna. That way, I'm just being a yachak. Yachak means someone who is begging. अरे भगवान एग्जाम का ना क्वेश्चन पेपर इजी आ जाए, मेरी तैयारी ठीक नहीं है। ये प्रार्थना ठीक नहीं है। भगवान मैंने तैयारी पूरी करी है और क्वेश्चन पेपर जो आएगा देखा जाएगा, आप संभाल। ये प्रार्थना है। तो यही प्रार्थना करते हैं कि हमारे मन में वो शांति व्याप्त हो, वो हार्मनी व्याप्त हो कि बड़ी सी बड़ी चुनौती भी आए। अभी तो छोटी छोटी चीजों में हम झुंझला जाते हैं, परेशान हो जाते हैं। थिंग्स आर नॉट माय वे, आई वांट इट माय वे। हमारी जो प्लेजेंटनेस है, पीस है, वो डिस्टर्ब हो जाए। तो वो स्थिरता हमारे अंदर आ जाए और हम असत से सत की ओर, अज्ञान से ज्ञान की ओर, अंधकार से प्रकाश की ओर बढ़ते रहें। इस भाव से शांति पाठ। ओम असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतंगमय। ओम शांति शांति शांति। Gently rub your palms together. Apply this warmth on your face and your heart region. Thank you so very much, Sushma ji. Thank you everyone for sparing your valuable time out. Have a beautiful, beautiful Guru Purnima and a wonderful weekend. Thank you so much.
Thank you.